As soon as John said, "Hey, Riss," she knew it was good news. The house was theirs. John was buoyant when he picked Charissa up on campus just after 5 o'clock. "Can you believe it? We're gonna have a house!" If everything went according to plan, they could be moved in by the middle of January. "I've got a great idea," he said as he pulled out of the library parking lot. "Let's go get pizza and drive over to see it again." That did not sound like a great idea. She was another day closer to paper and presentation deadlines, and she'd felt nauseous all day. But she was trying hard not to be self-centered, trying really hard. So they picked up pizza from his favorite place and drove to the house, where they ate in the car. "The front window there. That should be the baby's room, don't you think?" He had the Pizza Depot box open on his lap, and the smell was overpowering. She'd had to use 3 napkins to blot a single greasy slice. "Can you close that?" She crinkled her nose. Since it was too cold to crack the window open, she maneuvered the dashboard vents and boosted the airflow. John took another piece and closed the lid, the oil dribbling down his hands and chin as he curled the slice into his mouth. She passed him a napkin. "I already asked Dad if he can help us remodel the master bath. I think we can replace the dark cupboards and linoleum for cheap. Tim's done all that work on their house, and he said he'd help." Charissa covered her nose and mouth with the edge of her sleeve. "You don't want any more? You hardly ate anything." She shook her head. He looked hard at her. "I'm sorry, hon. The smell? I don't know how you can stand that stuff. It's disgusting." "You want me to put the box in the trunk?" "That won't help." She turned up the fan again, but the hot was too hot, and the cold was too cold, and the windows were fogging up, and her Milton paper still wasn't perfect, and the end of the semester was only a couple of weeks away, and her jeans were already feeling tight around her waist, even though she shouldn't be gaining weight yet, and they didn't have money for a gym membership, and— "Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all," John said. Charissa bit her tongue before she said something sarcastic. "I just thought—" He tossed the pizza box into the back seat. She arched her eyebrows. "Thought what?" "Never mind, just—" He flipped on the headlights and put the car into reverse. "Forget about it." Now John was mad at her. Great. Just great. "No, you know what?" He threw the car back into park and turned to face her, elbow on the steering wheel. "I just thought it would be nice, to come and see the house we just got. To sit here together and dream a bit about what it will be like once we've moved in. But no, you can't even be excited about this. First the baby, now the house. You've stolen all the big moments away from me, you know that?" Charissa looked away from him and stared out the window, the white lights in the trees taunting her with their blithe twinkling. John threw the car into reverse again, gunning the accelerator once they were out of the driveway. They didn't speak to one another the rest of the night. The next morning, Charissa sat in Dr. Allen's class, listening to him describe the requirements for their final paper in his Literature and the Christian Imagination seminar. She ought to have known that, unorthodox as he was in his approach to teaching, Dr. Allen would demand something more than a typical literary analysis. Now, on top of everything else she was trying to manage, she would have to write an integration piece as part of the final assignment, addressing her spiritual formation this semester by answering these questions. How has the literature you've been reading this term affected your faith? What insights have you received regarding your life with God? Identify and discuss some of the obstacles that hinder your responsiveness to the Spirit. In what ways is God inviting you into deeper life with Him? What is your prayer?